Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive to keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 10 seed in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Boy, after all the buildup and all the hype of the playoff game, you'd love to see the offensive line take control here on this first play. Just establish an identity. Let this defense know who they're facing.
2nd down after that previous play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down. Early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
The Gators will have 1st and 10 here. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, there's nothing better for an offensive coordinator than having a quarterback kind of get into a rhythm early in this game. Another great completion. This guy's off to a great start in this big playoff game.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the ball to the ground. And the defense jumps on the football.
Hey, Chris, we can hear the contact from that hit all the way up here in the booth. So, hey, it's easy to blame the ball carrier, but I don't know if anybody could have been able to hold on to the ball after that hit.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
And now the handoff. Powerful running here. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
I love this unconventional call by the offensive coordinator. Third and medium, a lot of times you're thinking about throwing the football, but instead they're able to run the ball with great execution, and they pick up the first down.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Here's the second down play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around and give him a chance to get out in space are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
That run sets up a critical third down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Caught quickly. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down. The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. The 10. Touchdown, Florida. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a big six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And it's 7-0 after the VAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick six. He'll take a deep shot here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield. Leonard Fournette. And, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
So, 2nd down after the incompletion. Timeout called by the defense, their first of the half, as they try to make some adjustments here. Incompletion makes it 2nd down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
It was a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And when you talk about LSU and you talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019. But, Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Tackled after a short return to the 23. Nice play by this defense.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
Fighting off the defender.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Quick throw caught on the left side. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
He has first down yardage at the 46. Empty set now. 5 wide receivers. Football comes out. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery.
Well, the offense catches a break here. Lucky to jump on the ball after coughing it up. He's lucky that his other teammates had some good awareness.
They're going to run it here. The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back has it on a screen now. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
And the Gators are in the red zone. Here's the handoff. He shreds the tackle. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. First and goal from the 9.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And he's finally tackled at the 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
We go with a direct snap. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Gators. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Bringing it out, it's Turner. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Caught over the middle. It's pre-scoring. Tackle made at the 24 as they begin to put a drive together.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to throw it deep. And is intercepted. Can he take it all the way? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack because right now, this isn't working.
The Gators offense retakes the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game.
Got a lane. Can he get in? And it's a touchdown, but there is a flag down. Let's check out the marker. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense getting set. Second down play here. And the wideout goes in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams through this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
Oh, my gosh. What a great play by the offense. And on the other side, how frustrating for this defense. They had everybody covered downfield. The quarterback looks like he's almost giving up on the play, checks it down to the running back. And how about the back, what he does with the ball in his hands after the catch, picks up the first down.
It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. The Gators begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And the quarterback dropping back. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing the screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. And the pass is complete to the tight end. Touchdown, Florida. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That tight end is a matchup nightmare for this defense, Kirk, and they made him pay that time.
This tight end is so dangerous. He's trying to remind his quarterback, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention from the secondary. But I bet now they're going to be a lot more focused on what this guy can do.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Off the play fake on first down. Tries the right with a quick throw. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle made after a big gain.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Close to the tight end. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Kicking team on now for the extra point. Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Let's see how the offense plays it here. Not much time remaining if they want to get a chunk play, put him in scoring position before the half. Has the first down, still on the move. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
It's a shotgun run call. When they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
To the offense, looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And that falls incomplete as time runs out in the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick this deep to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Turner. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, tried to make a play, but good coverage that time. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they've needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure the defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Caught behind the line. It's pre-scoring. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's caught downfield. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
And I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. We come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to throw it again. Fires it to the wideout. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Ball handed off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Getting set. Here's second down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Important second down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
The offense has had really good rhythm in this drive, running the ball, throwing the football. It seems like every play has been positive yards until that stop right there by the defense.
It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Quarterback keeps the football. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. The running back sneaks out there. He is a difficult matchup for this defense in the passing game.
Man, it is so tough to match up in man-to-man coverage against a back like this and catch the ball like a receiver. It's something you work on all week, and you know about it. You're aware of it, but it's one thing to be aware of it, and another thing to go out and execute it and try to stay with him in man coverage. Very tough to do.
Looking for 6. And is picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Last drive stalled. They're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. And he pulls in the catch. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL, all from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
The sack sets up 2nd down. And he drops back in the gun. Here's the throw deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you've got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. The Gators offense retakes the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He shreds the tackle.
They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Now here's the toss play. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Running it back, it's Turner. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. But this one is broken up. Ball's incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
2nd down play coming up. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's back to throw again on 2nd down. Look at this. He'll go deep again. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking to scramble. He's going to take another shot right here. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on 3rd down, but now it brings up 4th.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains and you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
A quick throw out left, complete. And they will trot out the field goal team here. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Turner. And it'll be tackled right at the 20. That's a good job by the coverage team. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. That last possession, they got stopped on 4th down in their own end. Let's see if they can get it going this time. First down here for this offense. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And he'll fling this one deep down the middle. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Last time out, they moved the ball well, but had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, you're going to have to keep your eye on that defensive end. If he collapses down inside to the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself as a quarterback to the outside. Now, if he stays outside, you're going to go ahead and leave it in the running back's belly. In this case, he pulled it and got some good yards himself.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half. Really, the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Oh, and he can't quite hang on. Almost the fourth interception he's thrown today. He's up second down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here,
fired into a tight window and picked off. They get him down after a short return, but interception gets the football back to the offense at the 36.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll work the clock here with the running game. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Direct snap to the back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on 3rd down and long. They stuffed that right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. And the Gators will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. not the way he wanted to kick it. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
Well, this defense has this quarterback rattled. An interception the last series, he almost threw another one.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And with this one wrapped up, the quarterback will just take a knee. Well, that's a great performance in the